I just gave you the buy list for 2026 and beyond.
Jim Cramer just handed you one of the most actionable stock buy lists of 2026 on live television, and most people completely ignored it. Not because it was hidden, not because it was complicated, but because most investors hear AI and data centers and immediately think, I already missed that trade. Nvidia already ran. Move on. But here is what those investors are missing.
The stunning gains we're seeing in stocks like AMD after tonight's close, beautiful. Intel, SanDisk, Micron, Coherent, GE Vernova, and many others are driven by a coalescence of three themes. And tonight, I want to go through them and then give you the best examples of what's going to go higher with this fire hose of money coming at it. So you better get ready and write them down.
And then he walked through a framework straight from Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang. It is called the 5-layer cake. Think of the entire AI build-out as a vertical stack. Power at the base, semiconductors above that, physical infrastructure above that, cloud above that, and applications at the very top. Every single dollar invested in AI flows through all 5 layers simultaneously. One system, 5 layers, hundreds of billions flooding into every single one. Let's break it down.
I'm going to walk you through the wide range of winners so you know what the heck I'm talking about. Look, we know the whole compute complex needs power, right? That's why you have stocks like American Electric Power, Sempra, these are Vistra, Constellation. They're going higher even as interest rates are going up. Normally, the interest rates going higher is a bad thing for utilities. The linkage is broken because of the demand for power from the data centers. You have GE Vernova, which spent years under GE as a struggling builder of turbines, suddenly on its own. And what is it doing? It's printing money. It's how you have a natural gas company like EQT roaring, because you need that nat gas to burn. Then there's the red-hot Bloom Energy with its non-combustible energy generation. Stock is a rocket ship. You need the chips, too. That means Nvidia, of course, which started it all, remains the largest company on earth. But there's also competitor AMD. Again, fantastic job tonight. Lisa Su will be on tomorrow morning's Walk the Street. There's memory and data storage with the now familiar SanDisk. The one that was up 4,000% in a year, as well as Seagate, Western Digital, and Micron. For semiconductor manufacturing, what do we have? We have ASML, we have Applied Materials, Lam Research, and KLA. We got chips from Google and Amazon that are first rate. And then there are the new agents that do things that are powered by CPUs from AMD, ARM Holdings, Intel. Hence why the latter stock can't seem to stop it. And all these CPUs, they didn't seem to be worth anything. They're gold. None of them saw this new compute economy coming except for Nvidia. So all are short on product. They don't have enough. Everything I just mentioned, there's not enough supply. We don't have enough compute. We don't have enough of the components that would let us make more. It's a gigantic shortage. Then there's the infrastructure. That's all about Dell, which makes the servers, the AI factory, if you will, and Vertiv for cooling, Corning for the connecting fiber, as well as Arista, Ciena, Cisco for the networking equipment. There's Lumentum and Coherent, advanced fiber optics, Eaton for the electricity. You need, by the way, that got hit. That was ridiculous. Just go buy that one. I'm not kidding. So we own it for the trust. It got hit ridiculously. We bought some today. You need backup power. That's Caterpillar and Cummins and Generac. As for the actual builders, CoreWeave, Oracle, they're the ones putting them up, as well as some private equity firms, Brookfield, Blue Owl, Blackstone, among many others. Nucor makes the steel. Quanta hooks up everything up to whatever source the builder needs. Sterling Infrastructure does a lot of the building, too, and the roads do it. It reported tremendous quarter last night. How tremendous? It jumped 276 points, or 52% today. How's that versus your index fund? What else? You need to have cloud infrastructure to run the models. Think Google Cloud, Microsoft's Azure, Amazon Web Services. You also got that stuff that Meta and Microsoft are up to. That Meta's up to. Microsoft is Azure. Finally, sitting on top, there's the interface that started it all, ChatGPT from OpenAI, along with Claude from Anthropic, Gemini from Google, and several others. Here's what you need to know about this compute-led AI economy. It's so much broader than anyone ever seems to believe, especially even just 2 years ago. Apple uses Gemini for its AI, so that's a gigantic number. They have 160 million people in America that have Apple phones. Maybe they're going to be on Gemini all the time. Almost every retailer is in the cloud, but 80% of the businesses haven't yet gone to the cloud. Here's the bottom line. AI is inexorable. It's fierce, and it's making believers fortunes. Those who don't see it and are stuck in enterprise software or sitting out tech entirely are missing enormous gains. It ain't done. Those with S&P index funds get a small diluted piece of the action. Those who pick the right stocks could get it all, because I just gave you the buy list for 2026 and beyond.
From semiconductors into utilities, from cloud into industrials, from pure tech into companies that have existed for a century, Cramer said it directly. You have a well-financed revolution, already making money for the leaders, and now those gains are spreading through almost the entire economy. The hyperscalers have committed hundreds of billions to AI infrastructure. That capital flows through all 5 layers. 2 chip makers, 2 hardware companies, 2 electrical suppliers, 2 energy companies, 2 fiber providers. Every dollar creates a chain of downstream spending, touching every layer of the cake. So what does this mean for your portfolio? If you own an S&P 500 index fund, you have some passive exposure. But if you want to be intentional, the 5-layer framework gives you a real roadmap. Ask yourself, do I have power exposure? Do I own the full semiconductor ecosystem, or just one name? Have I looked at the infrastructure layer seriously? Which cloud platform do I have the most conviction in? The investors who answer those questions and back them with capital are the ones who will look back at 2026 and say they were positioned correctly for one of the greatest capital cycles of their investing lifetime. Power, chips, infrastructure, cloud, applications, 5 layers, one system. Cramer called it the buy list for 2026 and beyond. Hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. See you in the next one.